Wan'Dale Robinson is short, but a beast. You know who else is short and a beast? This guy. Hello and welcome to Big Dash Knows. Big Dash knows what? New York Giants football. Let's go. Today's video is about Wan'Dale Robinson, Weapon X. Well, I should be calling him Weapon Y since he's a slot receiver, but Weapon X sounds so much cooler. If you want to go down the list, you can call him Mighty Mouse, Speedy Gonzalez, any of those small characters with superpowers. That's Wan'Dale Robinson. That's what you get. Now, when draft night was here, and his name was called in the second round, it wasn't like I didn't know who he was. I knew exactly who he was. So it wasn't one of those who moments, like, who is this guy? No, I knew exactly who Wan'Dale Robinson was. I just thought we can get him a little bit later. I thought we reached for him. But, like I do all the time, heard the name, jumped right back on YouTube, started watching some more games, watching some highlights, and I realized exactly what Wan'Dale Robinson was. Not just a receiver, not just a running back. This man is an all-around weapon, hence Weapon X. Now, again, you see a guy that's 5'8", 170 pounds, and Kentucky lied. They lied and said the man was 5'11". 5'8", nowhere near 5'11". The man is 5'8", 180 pounds. But the man is strong, set the record 19 reps of 225. For a guy that small, he's powerful. And you can see it in his gameplay. Now, going back, everybody remembers his tape from Kentucky. But you go back even further, he started out his college career in Nebraska. And he started as a running back. His freshman year, he put up good numbers too. Rushing and receiving, Went out there on the field, had a good freshman year, over 450 yards receiving, a little bit over 300 yards rushing. That's a good solid season for a freshman. And that was 2019. In 2020, he came back. Did even better as a receiver. Had about 460 yards, if I'm not mistaken. But the rushing attempts went down. So here comes 2021. He transferred to Kentucky, and that's it. The guy blew up in Kentucky. Will Levis, that was his go-to guy, and you saw the highlights. You've seen it by now. The man is getting all the yak yards. The man is looking unstoppable. He's looking fast. He's looking quick. He's looking unguardable at the college level, and also he's doing all this in the SEC. Yeah. So the guy is playing against real competition, or good competition, and he's putting up those kind of numbers. So the guy had over 100 receptions, over 110 receptions, and 1,300 yards, and that's just the receiving side of it. He also had a couple rushes. I think he only had 7 rushes for like 111 yards. But if you do the math, this man is getting 15 yards a rush. That's wild. 12 yards per catch. That's the first down every time he gets his hands on the ball. We need that type of talent. And I think how Dable's going to work it in is that, you let this guy play the slot. You let him line up in the backfield some plays. You put him all over the place to find that mismatch. And then once you find that mismatch, ball game. Ball game. Whether it's slants, crossing routes, whether it's end arounds, that's who you get the ball to, and sky's the limit. So that's why I think Dable saw this guy and was like, you know what? Yes, he's smaller, but I see what he can do on the field. And that's when the coaches say, yeah, we got a guy. They look around the table like, yeah, give me that guy. He works in our system. And what happened? He went to the OTAs and shined. The brightest spot on the field in OTAs without a doubt. And he's catching passes against our top cornerbacks. And this guy's a rookie. 5'8", 170-pound rookie putting in work in the OTAs. So with training camp starting next week, I'm so excited to see what this guy can do with the pads on. I can't wait for the pads to be on. And this is just a rookie spotlight on Wan'Dale Robinson because everybody knows who Kayvon Thibodeau is. Everybody knows who Evan Neal is. But once you start getting into those other rounds, you got to do a little background for some of the fans out there. And for Wan'Dale Robinson, just know that we got us a guy who's explosive, who's going to make plays all over the field, and is one play away from the touchdown every time he gets his hands on the ball. So that's my thing with Wan'Dale Robinson. Weapon X, Weapon Y, whatever you want to call him since he's in the slot. He is an all-around weapon in this system and should be one of the cornerstones in this rebuild. Daniel Jones, usually the tight end, is your safety blanket. I think Wan'Dale Robinson is going to be a safety blanket. And with everybody working in this passing game, we'll see how everybody fits in. Because short passing game, lining him up in the backfield, he should get a lot of touches. I wouldn't be surprised, bold prediction if you want to call it that, if he ends up with the most receptions, on the year. It's absolutely possible. To me, it's easier to get Wan'Dale Robinson the ball than it is to get Galladay the ball, than it is to get Kadarius Toney the ball. Maybe not. And Saquon Barkley, get that man the ball. So Wan'Dale Robinson, I am excited that you're here. I can't wait for the training camp. I can't wait to see what you do in preseason. And ultimately, I can't wait to talk Sundays when you're on the field and the Giants are winning football games. So, from one fan to another, this is Big Dash Knows, Big Blue Nation. Let's go.